Mr. Better. Thank you, Judge. Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and finds them overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Is that a fair characterization of what you said? Your Honor.
I want to hear objection before I hear a word out of your mouth.
Objection.
Overruled. Sit down. Oh, I said overruled. Sit down.
Swear again like that. That was, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Nose.
Dude, Jimmy, look at those ears.
The ears don't bother me as much.
No, I don't trust a man. I don't trust a man with a lobe like that. No,
really,
not a fucking chance.
The mouth is butthole to me.
Very thin, paper thin.
The nose.
Oh, the nose.
The brows.
Well, listen, I will tell you though, I kind of like a fucked up nose on a guy.
I like a big old honker. I like a big nose.
Old nose. Give me that beak, bitch. You know,
yeah,
like, I'm into it.
Come over here, cluck cluck.
Yeah.
I see some chickens that went moving on up in my biz, cluck cluck, running. You gotta be with the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, kids.
And I go, oop, clutch, clench, kegel. We did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens?
The bitch is here.
Why are you at a football game? Are you a Fonz correspondent?
Well, no, because it's only for men over 30. Okay? Have a great night, boys. Fuck off.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Hello, lovies. Happy, what is today? June 10th, 2026. And I have something for you. So say that. It says just for you. On your mark, get set. What a day. What a world. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. We have a little tremor here, a Parkinsonian tremor, if you will. Got this little jack in the box, little bird in a box from our Meatball Morrissey Sketty Stain, newest YouTube creator. Go sub, all the things. I love it. It's my favorite. It was in the back of my car for too long. Why do I have a top knot like this? We don't know. Can you hear my air conditioning? Oh, she needs one of these. Oh, I am. This is going to be one of those nights, lovies. You need one of those? Of course you do. Meatball, where'd you get it? Hello. Done. Rhonda. She's doing all the things. Sketty. We don't know. Wherever you got the just for you. One more time, just because it's like, instead of me being like, oh, I've got something in my pocket for you, we could be like, find it incredible. Okay. Claps. Now, can you hear it? Can you hear the new AC? Amazon, of course, my queen. Oh, and now I'm not going to be able to go back up. Okay, listen, guys. I'm driving the struggle bus today. Party of one. Okay. Call me Miss Bliss. Well, maybe that's not her, but whoever was on the magic school bus. Crack open a DC. Let's get this show on the road. You can't hear the AC. I like that. Because if you can't hear it, then I'm going to keep it on. If I'm screaming at you, know that I love you and I'm not meaning to. Okay? It's just me hearing all the things. Okay, so what did I want to talk to you about today? Have we all gone mad? A little mad. Do you have any pineapple? I do. My algorithm is a nightmare on Twitter. Just wanted to let you know that. There is amended complaints in Karen Reed's case, her civil cases. This is the wild, wild west. I feel like I physically cannot keep up with a news cycle. I mean, like it's every day, babes. And yet somehow we're not necessarily talking all the things. I feel as though we're a little off track. So I might ask Jimmy not to come tonight because he's busy. He was doing a fundraiser. He's a fundraising boy. He was busy. I was busy all day. But I think we need a funny stream. Can everybody come to Jesus with that? Can we have a little laughsies? I know. Isn't it walking? Listen, bitch. Oh my God, look at her. Isn't it what? Yes. Yes, babe. It is what I can't go back up. I'm on the laptop. I can't even go north. I'm sorry. Whoever said, isn't it walking Wednesdays? You're absolutely right. We're supposed to be walking, but what are we doing instead? Talking. Because that's one muscle that'll never atrophy on me. Just keep flapping your gums, big bitch. Okay. One pineapple off the record. Oh, still on the record. All right, we're back. It was raining. I wanted to walk with you. I wanted to talk with you. But also it was like it's so humid that I don't feel joy. I don't feel joy right now. I want to feel joy with you. So why don't you walk and I'll talk, and then you talk and I'll walk, okay? I love you. Oh. Oh, Lauren, your hair looks adorable. Oh, does it? Okay. So, all right. So here was the thing. Come here, come close. So Aiden was talking about, or he went over the John Jackson interview. Oh, look at this. Hi, how are you? Carrie Ann DePasquale says, woohoo, 6 months with you. 6 months. Is this our half-year anniversary? Are we going out to supper? Where are we going? Okay, 6 months. That's quite the relationship we have here, Carrie Ann. I love it. I thank you. I will bid you adieu at any time when you need to be cut loose. I hear you. This is an unhinged place. Okay, so meanwhile, back at the ranch, Aiden's going over this forensic room interview with John Jackson, and it kind of got me. I love it. Are we talking chutes and ladders? Oh, trust is love. Guys, you're going to get me. You're going to get me on this because if I don't stop, I'm going to miss it because I don't know how to use the laptop, which also that should be something I should get right with. We need to figure out how to work technology a little bit better. If you have a MacBook, you bought one on like a super sale, whatever the sale was that they were having at the end of last year, I was like, you need it because we know that I have issues with the desktop. But then I get this little bad Larry and I don't even use it. What do? I do my email. Oh, she's emailing. Okay, well, I think you're supposed to use it for other things. All right, anyway, back. We need to go over the James Jackson, or not James Jackson, Jesus, God, Jesus, take the wheel today. John Jackson with the Forensic Four, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. These women are 10 out of 10. Okay. Will we is it like watching something that you know you shouldn't, which I think a lot of us have been doing, watching something you shouldn't, but you can't look away. That was this interview. And I wanted to get like way more information on Officer John O'Keefe because I hate when people say, oh, he's been lost in all of this. It like breaks my heart. I want to know all the things. I want to know how he was when he was little. I want to know where he made his communion. I want to know who was his first girlfriend. I want to know what his first car was. Like those are all the things. I don't know. Where did he go to summer camp? Just weird shit. I want to know all of it because that keeps his memory alive. And for his niece and nephew and for his family, I think that's important. Well, this interview with John Jackson left a little bit of a weird taste in my mouth, and I didn't see it when it premiered. So it's at minute 16 that I wanted to start, and then we're only going to watch like 30 minutes at higher speed. But it is, I just want to rebuttal on a couple of points, and you guys will get it with me. Okay? All right. I love you. Let's do this. Add to stage. Jesus, can she do it? Yeah. She did it. She did something. Now, where does that live?
And he can't get it out of his head. And so these two kids are like, oh, whatever, you know, he's like, hey, listen. He's like, you watch. So he keeps drinking, has a couple of beers, and then he's like, hey, I'm gonna send her something. I was like, okay. You're gonna say, what are you gonna say? Right? She's working, dude, right? First of all, she's working. He's like, I'm gonna send her something. So he's can't send her a drink. The lemonade vendor, the frozen lemonades. It's like Minute Maid, frozen lemonade, popsicle type things, right? So I'm gonna send her one of those. So calls the vendor over, and he's like, hey, listen. He's like, let me get one of those. And he gives a big tip. He says, listen, just go over there and give it to Heidi Watney over there and just let her know it's for me. He's like, here you go, thanks, buddy. And he just walk away. He's like, you know, typical Boston, but
that's amazing.
So he looks at me, he's like, hey, I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing it. And sure enough, that's I'm like, all right, you know what? That's what it gives it to me. I go, well, I gotta do it quick. I gotta make a quick decision because it's hot out and it's a frozen lemonade. So I go up, I go around, like a third, like we're in third grade. Excuse me, Heidi. Hey, excuse me, Heidi. No. She's like, yeah. I was like, listen, this is from that guy over there. He's standing like, no. Like
Drop it.
Oh my god. And I was like,
was she impressed? Was she impressed?
Oh yeah, totally impressed. Yeah.
Okay, so they're talking about Heidi Watney, who was working for ESPN. And apparently John wanted to buy, they were at a Red Sox game. He wanted to buy her a drink. And then he was like, oh, she's working. This probably isn't appropriate to buy her a drink. So I'm going to send her a lemonade, which like, okay. And then the lemonade guy is like, no, I'm not actually going to bring a news anchor a Minute Maid lemonade. That's what I'm not going to do. So then wingman, John Jackson, he brings up the lemonade. And I want to say from the deepest part of my soul to Julie, to Mama Llama, and to Lydia, if you ever comment on about me or my streams, about me laughing or flirting or whatever it is that you women like to fabricate in your brains, I'm going to put you back to this moment, because I have never heard more cackling from a story that is not funny in my life. Fake. Oh my God, he just thought he was going to get her number? Because he's every other dude in Boston trying to hit on a pretty blonde girl? Ew. Stop. Great story.
I love it.
It's totally impressive. You know.
Oh my God, that
Red
is
Sox shirt hat
hilarious.
on. That guy with the Red Sox shirt. Yeah, the guy with the Red Sox shirt on the Red Sox game. Yeah. The idiot waving at you. So that's sort of like how it was when he wasn't when he was not in a relationship. That's what it was like. It was like trying to corral him and say, hey, we're going, you know, and it's those are stories. Those are the funny things. There was we used to go to a lot of Bruins games, and one of Johnny's good friends used to bartend over at the Fours, which is do I have to spell it, Lydia? So the Fours, F-O-U-R, right? We talked earlier about that, right? So
we're gonna have a little translation running across the bottom.
Right?
Okay.
So with the Fours, and so we go.
Also, when there is so much slander or so much hatred towards Karen Reed and like alcohol, I feel as though every single story I have ever heard from any friend has been revolving around alcohol. And that is a cultural thing. That is not, I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying that like cops, Boston cops, Massachusetts cops, if you might not be in a program or like you don't drink, you're sober, a lot of activities and a lot of things that you do actually revolve around alcohol. But every one of the people on this screen has said that Karen Reed and you've had a lot to say about alcohol and her consumption of it. Yet I don't know any friend story, which, correct me if I'm wrong, that doesn't involve it.
Over there after the Bruins game, and so there's one time we go over there, and it's not that busy, but it's after the game, and there's this beautiful blonde woman sitting at the bar, and she came in with Lyndon Byers, LB.
Stop.
Yeah. So she's with LB. So for those who don't know, Lyndon Byers used to play for the Bruins. He was their enforcer, so he was the fighter.
R.I.P. LB.
Not really a goal scorer at all. Just there to fight, right? And we used to. He was great. He was great. He was very personable. I met him a few times, but this is before I met him. And sure enough, he knows everybody at the place. So he leaves her at the bar and he goes and he talks to all the people and he's whatever. Johnny gets up and he goes over and he starts talking to her.
Stop.
What are you doing? Oh yeah. This is what right?
Stop it.
So he goes over and starts talking. He's buying a drink, whatever. And so
did he know that she came in with LB?
Oh yeah. 100%. 100%.
Oh my God.
So this is what I mean. This is what it was like to go out with him. He's
That's
fun.
hilarious.
It was funny. He was serious about it. He wasn't like a
right.
It wasn't like a mean or like creepy about it. Like the white body a little creepy, maybe just a little bit. So like a little bit like childish way, but but so he goes, he's talking to her, and he's there for like an hour. LB doesn't even come by. He just keeps going around. So I'm in the boys' room at one point, and he comes in, and I said, dude, listen, right or wrong, I don't care what happens. I'm there. I will fight. I'll do it. I am not taking a punch for this. I'm not getting punched by LB.
Well, I wouldn't.
Don't be an asshole. Like, I'm not involved. Like, if this goes down, you're on your own on this one. You know what you're doing. So, the best case scenario happened, though. LB finished talking to his friends, and he walked by and he says, let's go. She gets up.
Okay, so these two stories revolve around beautiful blondes that are working at one establishment, Fenway Park, and the other that was at the Fours, not to be confused with the forensic room. And that a girl went in with a man, and I don't know what the point was, other than he thought he was going to take the girl from LB at the bar. Great. Awesome story.
Walks out, and I was like, thank God. There you go. He's just like,
oh, that's hilarious.
It was funny. So that's how he was. He was comical. He was just, and he would say stupid, dry stuff and funny stuff. Even in those situations, he'd be like, yeah, I can't say all the comments, but he would say some funny stuff. And I remember those moments are like burnt in my memory. It's for how funny, because then you go out and you laugh about it. You can't stop. Who are you going to do?
Right.
He's going to get you. He's going to put your shirt over your head. And so those are some of the things I think about, and I in moments where it's like the worst, right? So you're having tough moments, and you think about those, and you can't help it but laugh. You just have to laugh about it because you have to pull that out. And
okay, now let's go to 33.
The way she acted in the courthouse, like
just kidding. Back 32.
Just to be an asshole. So finally we learned to get to the gate and be like, here's your ticket, Johnny. You get your ticket here. That's how he would be. And I deserved it. 100% deserved it. But he was that's what he would do.
So cute.
Yeah, he was a good man. He's a great man. He's a great man. So I don't know. I just wanted to, these are stories I want people to hear about him, because he's just, everybody knows or should know the incredible things he did. He did, like, behind the scenes, he did some.
There it is.
I don't know if people knew he was a pretty decent plumber, a pretty decent plumber. And yeah, his dad's plumber.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And I know he would just go to somebody's house and do their plumbing work. Just not ask for anything, just do it.
Very nice.
I mean, that's kind of in the trial that kind of popped out with that mysterious plumber guy.
Richie. Yeah, Richie.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's the kind of thing when you know that sort of background that he was a decent plumber, you'd be like, well, then she was just doing it to piss him off. Like,
Right.
That's
Exactly.
just truly the
Everything is so
understanding.
Yeah.
And you don't know that. I mean, you kind of know it, but you don't know the full background of why was she doing it. She's doing it to piss him off, just to be an asshole. So,
Right.
Just to be an asshole. Huh. Okay. First, Nani's treasure box. Yes, these women believe that Karen is guilty, and they have their own YouTube channel. If you'd like to go see it, it's called The Forensic Room. And because we're doing commentary and I'm allowed to have opinions on their non-trademarked and non-copyrighted material, they cannot strike you, although they will try. So, yeah, this is interesting. And when you're talking about the plumber and that Officer John O'Keefe was a great plumber, when you don't have a shower and you're unable to, I don't know, wash your hair, wash your body, I'm not waiting until my boyfriend or his dad can come over to fix it if there is a plumber available, non-negotiable, just for me. So to say that Karen was being an asshole when her text messages weren't being responded to and somebody was able to get out, I find that disingenuous at the least and misogynistic at best. Like, because a man came over to fix her shower, oh, she's just being an asshole. He would have done it for her on his time. Okay. Awkward. Yeah. Yeah. And poor Richie just trying to clean out some pipes, not in a weird way. And he's getting shrapnel everywhere. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And you hear that in trial and you're like, I mean, so many things you heard in trial. You're just like, what is the truth here? Because it's not. It's we saw the truth. We knew it. We knew what was going on, and you were confused as to you're hearing it. It's not even remotely the story at all. So, that's unfortunate too. So I'm thankful for this moment here to sort of tell some of my silly stories and relive some of that stuff. So
he's been so forgotten in all of this, and I know everybody says that, and we all say it too, but he really has been.
Absolutely. People like to say it. Oh, justice for Johnny. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing.
Yep.
You're using it for slogan. Using it to hide behind it. We know it. Everybody it's so glaringly obvious what they're doing with it. But I'm not. Look, his friends on our side. We all understand what happened here, right? We know we took the loss, right? This is devastating to us. We wanted that justice, right?
Yeah,
we wanted that justice, and it's never going to happen.
I do want to say in this moment that it is devastating for the O'Keefe family, from young to old. And Officer John O'Keefe's life matters. Justice matters. And I don't think of it as a slogan. I never have. And it's sad. Like, it's devastatingly sad to think that there wouldn't be justice for him at some point. But in my humble opinion, sending Karen Reed to jail for a crime that she didn't commit, that I firmly believe she did not commit, wouldn't have been justice for Officer John O'Keefe either. So don't stand behind that like everybody's an asshole that has an opinion that she didn't do it.
That way. Never going to happen that way. And, you guys are pulling at some good strings here, and we're seeing some more stuff come out. And we could tell, you could tell something was going on in the courthouse because the way she acted in the courthouse, like it was, she was supposed to be there. Like, this is her, like she would shout. I was telling you guys earlier, yelling tough guy to Carl on the second trial. Like, if you knew the story in the first trial, like, he was standing there and she pushed into him, but he didn't move. So she wanted him tossed. And yet, right before that, she brushed up so close to Mrs. O'Keefe. Right before that, like that her hair touched Mrs. O'Keefe's face. That's what really happened.
Wow.
You know, you don't see Mrs. O'Keefe going, yeah, we're possible.
No.
But
Right.
she abused that. She abused that.
She was supposed to be there because she was wrongfully accused of murder. And she had to be there to fight for her life and to also fight for Officer O'Keefe. We're going to go into afterwards, babes, because this got me so muffed up that I ended up going back to like Kerry Roberts' testimony, trial 1 and 2. I've pulled up the national, God, what is this called? Look at it's on the desktop. I pulled up the FARS, the Fatality Analysis Reporting System, that is for crashstats.gov. And like I have 2022 summary of motor vehicle traffic crashes and traffic safety facts, annual reports, pedestrian collisions. And I'm going to tell you what, there is less than a fraction of a percentage of 1% that would be a pedestrian motor vehicle MVA, motor vehicle accident, under 25 miles per hour that resulted in a fatality. Okay? I want you to hear that again. It's a fraction of 1% that would result from a vehicle to pedestrian strike under 25 miles per hour that would result in death. I'm going to tell you that it's approximately 0% chance that a side swipe under 25 miles per hour would result in the death of an adult male. Thank you.
That privilege of having to be there, except the day when she got sick, which was who gets a sick day? Who gets a sick day? I've never heard that.
Nobody.
That's crazy.
Nobody.
Even Sarah Boone didn't pull that.
Yeah. Nobody.
Yeah. Well, that's quite cruel and snarky. And let's be perfectly clear, Judge Beverly Cannoni has no love lost for Karen Reed. And the fact that she did get a sick day leads me to believe that it was required.
It was a trial of firsts, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully lasts.
Yeah. Did you hear her, John, in the Rotten Mango interview? And Karen strikes me as this person where she's got to one up everybody and she's got to have the most. And she had said in the ID doc and in some of the interviews that the people they got to speak for John are people that didn't even really know him, that his sister-in-law didn't know him, and that you and Brendan, she didn't know who you guys were and you weren't even friends. And they had cut out like her, closest friends, and these people traveled to come do these interviews. And it was just, to me, it was so offensive that she would try to do that to the people that loved him and try to do that to him. And so
but that's the point. That's the point, right? So, I mean, I'll go there. That's the point is I won't watch anything that she said. Every time she opens her mouth, it should start with "Once Upon a Time," right? Nothing
really.
It's literal fairy tale. It's a fairy tale.
Purposely driven to what? To dehumanize the witnesses, the O'Keefes. How many times have you heard?
Want to talk about dehumanization, Mr. Jackson? How about the conversation between Michael Proctor, lead investigator of Mass State Police, and his 9 best friends from first grade, talking about Karen's balloon knot, talking about nice ass, no Fall River accent, no ass. Okay? Dehumanizing someone. She waffled him. That sounds like dehumanization of Officer John O'Keefe when you're discussing him being struck allegedly by a vehicle. She waffled him. That's the verbiage that was used by Mass State Police. But she's dehumanizing people? I haven't seen that. Where? Show me. Some of the people on this screen have tried to dehumanize a lot of us. But they're holier than thou sometimes.
People say, I used to have sympathy for Mrs. O'Keefe, but whatever comes after but, shut up, right? You've lost all your humanity. It doesn't matter what you say after that. Like, whatever your but is, it came from an outside source. That's just bullshit. The O'Keefe's rooting for the money. No, it's like they do it to push your buttons, and they know what they're doing. It's look,
I don't agree with that sentiment.
Every single word is calculated. I won't watch anything she says. I won't watch. Look, the Friends. We won't watch any of these stupid shows. These the Lifetimes or the Prime or whatever's coming up. The Rotten Man goes. I don't give a shit. I don't care.
I get
what
it,
she
babe.
says. It doesn't matter. It's all propaganda. It doesn't matter. It's like. It's. I think I said to Harry earlier. It's like a historical fiction novel, right? So I love them, but they're based upon like a nugget of truth or a snippet of time in history, and that's it, right? Like that's the basis of this whole fake story around it. But then they go back and you say, hey, yeah, but look, that piece is true. So if that piece is true, it's a true story. It's not. Everything else is bullshit. It's all stage. It's all a stage. Everything's been calculated so that you will look the other way from that data in her car data and Johnny's phone data. It's everybody who saw the cross.
I'm so confused because, first of all, look the other way is definitely a defense line that they wanted everyone to look the other way because it was tunnel vision from Mass State Police and lead investigator Michael Proctor, who did not investigate, in my humble opinion, the case at all. Once he focused in and it went from a domestic, which it initially was expected or suspected to be, then it gets, bamboozled. And we are saying it's Karen Reed. She waffled him. But that's a friend to the O'Keefe family. Get out of town. Get here. Look it. Just for you. Okay? Stop it. That's enough. Okay? So that's going on. And then there were all different, you want to talk about spinning narratives. What about us being told that the Commonwealth said that there was glass from the waterfall, from a glass that Officer John O'Keefe was holding, and it was embedded into the bumper of Karen Reed's Lexus vehicle. And we find out, JK, there was 5 pieces of glass sprinkled upon her bumper. Where is the blood? Where is the bodily fluid if you are saying that A plus B, it never has equaled C? A taillight spontaneously combusted, cut in symmetrical and patterned abrasions on an upper extremity and no blood. There is one hair, one single solitary hair in a C formation that held on for dear life, called Jesus, Moses, Tiny Mary in the boom, all of them, Captain Planet. Everything was held on by a prayer, a wish, and Aladdin to get that fucking hair from Canton to Dighton to Canton. What? It is unbelievable, the story that you then hear from different cell phones, extractions that you're getting from your pal, Matt Kelch, who just lets you in and lets you take the conversations that you want from your phone, but no one ever looks at your phone. I mean, it does not end. And the sad thing is that really, I fear there is no end. I fear that this would be and will be years and years of people's lives. And to what avail in the civil suit between the O'Keefes and Karen? The civil suit between Karen and Massachusetts, 110%. I even would say that the O'Keefe family, if they chose, they have a case against the Commonwealth. Sue them too. Because had appropriate investigative steps been taken at the time of the death of your son and brother and uncle and loved one and friend, then at least you would have been able to rule out. Give me a reason to rule it out. That's all I'm saying. I could never rule anything out because nothing was done by Mass State Police. Do you know? You get what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
Of Barrows knows, right? He confirmed the taillight looked like that before anybody,
No.
before Proctor was out of bed. So, whatever. I mean, if you don't want to know that, if you don't want to believe it, or you listen to the wrong, whatever. That's the point. So you never look at that.
Right.
That's what all the noise is.
You and I talked about this earlier, how I was saying to John how if that was Alan Jackson, if it was reversed and he was questioning Barrows that day when, there's all this bullshit and all this, through Jackson's, and then Hank gets up there and shows the picture, her taillight's gone. Carrie Roberts already said that's what it looked like at 6 a.m. And Hank says to him, is this what you saw? Whatever, yada, yada. And Barrows says, yes.
Yep. He got him too, because he said, you're already on testimony. He talked.
Okay, so I have a problem with that. Okay, I have a problem with that because then I go back and I see that here it is. We got to get the tail light. I know. How many times, Kim, can we go over the tail light? I know, but I want to show you this and you tell me what you think. So this, Levies, is Karen and Kerry and Jen returning. Oh, shit. I got to make myself bigger. Sorry. Hold, please. Oh, where do I live? Okay. Okay. So this is them returning when they're going to check for Officer John O'Keefe in the house, right? Now, sorry, that's annoying of me. But look how much snow is on the ground. You see that? Right? And Kerry's like, oh, it was so caked on. It was caked on. And I'm like, wow, damn, it must have been really caked on. But it's not even a coating. There's not even a coating of snow on the back of that Lexus at the time that they're pulling into One Meadow. So how caked on would it have been to fill the crevice of this? I can't reconcile that. I can't reconcile that that's what you saw. And then if you go back to testimony in trial 1, she's like, there was a hole like this, and she does this motion. And I swear on everything good and holy, this does not equal this. Do you know what I mean? So I'm just saying. I get it. And I know that there is heightened emotions. But I feel like it's wild that after a jury has spoken twice, no offense, first time was a hung jury on one charge, not 3, neither here nor there, but acquitted on another 2, and then acquitted again on 3, and convicted of an OUI for $2 million of taxpayers' money. And this is the narrative that we're going to just keep doing this. I want to hear all the things about Officer John O'Keefe. I want to hear all the memories. I want to hear anything that anyone wants to share. That makes sense. But like, maybe we don't make him look like, I don't know, that he's trying to take people's girlfriends and he's trying to score with like news anchors. Like, well, let's just tone that down a wee bit. No? Give me an Easter story or something. I don't know. Was he an Easter bunny? Did he dress up as anything? Like, I don't know, because I know that they have to be there. But remember him in a light that maybe would make all of us feel like we know him more, because it's not just about the people who say that they wear blue shirts and say that they're the only ones that care. Because I know that there is an entire group of individuals who believe that freeing Karen is part of justice for Officer John O'Keefe. And it was never to be an asshole. None of us came into this to be like, let's be dicks. I'd like to have Michael Gaffney post a video of me that I posted to my own TikTok, dickhead, in 2019, that he would like to play every day. Yes. Yep. She peed in the garage. She sure did. She peed her pants. Yeah. Oh, she laughed so hard she peed. Shut the fuck up. Oh, other people are going to call other people's jobs. I think that Carrie's had her job called. I know I've had my job called. What are we doing? Ew. Because you feel passionately about something. Stop it. Stop it. Try not to be an absolute garbage human being. You can have an opinion without being cruel to people. Not that hard.
About this. So now that you've gone, you drove 2 hours to meet them in their hotel.
Yes.
And have the powwow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now your story's this. I get it. But before you testified like this, so before I ask you, when were you lying?
Right.
Before I go there, so that's kind of where it was. And you saw it, and I mean the picture spoke for itself. There was a timestamp on it.
Right.
You didn't even need that confirmation.
Right.
The confirmation helps because it puts the same taillight at 4:30 or whatever time it was being until, right? So I mean, that's what we know. But I don't want to go. I don't want to talk this shit. You know what I mean? Honestly.
Sorry, I apologize.
No. It's totally fine. It's totally fine.
I want to ask you, John, something about early on in this case, the propaganda that she was putting out caused so much damage. And I remember Sue O'Connell saying to me, well, you're really to blame for this because you're highlighting it and it's the Streisand effect. I have a completely different view of that. The damage in the first 6 to 8 weeks was so great. But you have that perspective where it's affected your life.
What?
So what is your opinion on how you would combat something like this? How do you fix this? I think, we all came in a little bit later than that. And by the time we came in, I don't know what we could have.
Quick question. Good time, Jewel Carp. Okay. My redheaded queen. What are we talking about? The first 6 to 8 weeks? What first 6 to 8 weeks? You came in a little later. You realize that Officer John O'Keefe lost his life in January of 2022, right? Because all we saw within the first 6 to 8 weeks was actually incorrect reports from WBZ saying that they had eyewitness news or some sort of ring camera footage from across the street. That was in the paper. How about they wouldn't put that a Boston police officer was found on another Boston police officer's lawn because one of the cops called in a solid and said, we can't have that. That was the first 6 to 8 weeks. Karen Reed being paraded in front of cameras in her arraignment being televised, her being arrested and arraigned within 72 hours of the death of Officer O'Keefe. That was within the first 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know what you're talking about for propaganda, but I saw a lot from Mass State Police and from the media locally.
Done because there were so many people that just started believing those lies. And it caused so much damage. And, if this ever happens again,
it's going to happen again. I mean, this is the playbook, right? This is the playbook now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is going to be taught in schools or in smoke-filled rooms. They're going to talk about how they're going to figure out how to do these things again, because this is how it worked. And you asked us how to combat it. Truly, I don't know, but I can tell you this: we were like you, like most of the family and friends. We looked at this, we're like, this is pretty cut and dry, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And screaming at the voicemails, she's angry and hated, and like all the stuff back, like you
can't really get more cut and dry than leaving your tail light at the crime scene.
I mean, the tail light all over, but more specifically, she said
in his clothing.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, I'll go back to your question, Julie. Like, what do you do? I don't know, because we all talked about it beforehand, and we were approached by mainly like newspapers, nothing crazy at the beginning, and it was like no. It was like, look, that's not us. Like, just watch the trial. It's all there. It's pretty easy.
Yeah. Right.
She was pissed.
Okay. Lydia says, and her taillight was in his clothing, and that's just like, come on, facts matter. Facts matter. That was another not true assertion. When you say that there was taillight embedded in his clothing, it was not. Ask Mix Valaire. You will see that she received an envelope. It was Christina Hanley, Maureen Hartnett. They took debris, and remember, the clothing is at the bottom of a ambulance. And then after that, it was picked up by who? Michael Proctor. And it didn't make its way to the crime lab for several weeks. So, like, just find a set of facts with me. Anyone on the other side, just find a set of facts with me. And you have to be able to concede when you're wrong. Do the voicemails sound awesome? No. Okay. Going to tell you that first and foremost. Absolutely no. When I first heard them, I said, ooh, but also I'm fucking crazy. So I go, that's kind of gingerly to me. Didn't strike my fancy. I was like, ooh, she was pissed. Not great, but she was pissed. I was like, been there, girl. Like, again, probably not the best thing to admit, but I understand. So that didn't automatically go to me homicidal. That went pissed off girlfriend. And also slightly composed. If you heard some voicemails I've left in the day. Woo-hoo.
She hit the gas. She was drunk. It's simple. It really is. It's just really, I said it a long time ago.
Okay. And she hit the gas, and then she went backwards for 62 feet at 75% on the accelerator and went back in a straight line. Okay. Didn't lose control of her vehicle, guys. Got it up to speeds that not even Mario Andretti's wife could get it up to. Straight line, hits a target, tucks and roll, and is like, I've done it. Now I've done it. Also, I'd love to go back the next morning I'd like to go back to the scene because that's a good criminal. None of it makes sense. And the most egregious but accurate thing that one time a Minifan said was, I know Karen Reed is innocent because no woman could drive a car for 62 feet up to 24.2 miles per hour. Fucker. So rude. Tell you what, I couldn't. Nope, couldn't do it.
It's a simple case of domestic violence. And if it was reversed,
Oh,
you know,
Yeah.
if it reversed, it'd be different. You know, he'd be in jail. You'd be in jail.
Yeah,
He'd be out of jail.
we
by
don't
now.
treat
Right.
we don't treat men the same way.
No.
It's domestic violence because your boyfriend stayed out late and you called him and screamed at him. That's domestic violence. Geez, Louise. I think that be a lot of women that are actual survivors of domestic violence that would say that doesn't really qualify to me. And men. Sorry, and men as well. But with this interview, I'm going to be done now because I can't. We can't. I can't. You can't. We can't. We'll be done. Will we find it? Okay. I felt like it was so misogynistic, and it gets worse. Like there's more, obviously, right? But it's like that internalized misogyny that we see from other women sometimes that it's like, that hits different. And it's gross. You're calling Karen Reed an asshole because she asked for a plumber to come to her house. Yet you're giving two different examples of your good times with Johnny Boy, where he's hitting on blonde broads, one at work and the other with a local celebrity. So that's a double standard, right? And then we have this. Oh, please, Levy. Sorry, pulling up something. I think. Is she? Can she? Who is she? Oh, no, shit. Where does it live? I think it's over here. Yes. Find it. Okay, ready? Oh, I'm going to share this tab instead. I'm removing. Now I'm adding. My gosh, guys, this is happening. Hi, Charlie. Oh, hi, Charlie. Chaz, what'd you bet? Tell me you bet on our Knicks. That's Michael's best friend. Okay. So here we go. Oh, am I going to play it? Guys, where does it live again? Ready? Watch. On your mark, get set.
Before the order from the judge, they were spotted in the seaport. Reed seen drinking a martini while talking and high-fiving Jackson over an outdoor lunch.
Oh. This was a scandal. Scandal. Did you see that? She went to lunch. How dare she go to lunch with her counsel? Slut. Last year, there was the Seaport Gate, right? Now she's back at the Seaport. She's having lunch. They high-fived. And I believe, God forbid, lovies, Karen might have had a stain on her shirt. And Alan Jackson was like, hey, you got a stain right there. And everyone online was like, he's touching her breasts, fondling her breasts at lunch. And that's where I want to say to everybody, get a life. Go touch grass immediately. What are we doing? This is so unprofessional. This conduct, it's so unbecoming. Report him to the ethics board. For what? What are we doing? Stop. You look desperate. You look weird. You can make anything look worse than it is. But it's the same people on the same circus chasing their same tails all the time. And it must be tiring. So take a minute, get off the merry-go-round, get out of the circus, okay? Not your monkeys, not your circus. Relax. Before I put this, before I put the best, possibly the best in my opinion, thumbnail, which says the horrors continue, but so do I, right? I had another little picture, and it was an adorable picture. It was a picture of a little baby putting their feet in the grass. And I was like, oh, I'm going to show it to you guys right now. It was not me. It was an actual just stock photo from the internet. Look at this little baby. There's little baby feet. Little baby feetsies in the grass. You know what Michael says? He says, is that your feet? Death penalty. Send him. Send him to the guillotine. First and foremost, baby toes, incredible. The best. I want to sniff them. I want to bite them. I have a cankle, Michael. Is that your foot? Off with his head. Off with his head. Michael, this motherfucker. And listen, and I got a Flintstone toe, baby. I could yabba dabba do us all over town, okay? But it was hurtful. I said, you don't actually think that's my foot? He goes, no, I was just asking. Okay, all right, okay. Ooh. So listen, ladies. Find a man that will think that you have tiny cankle fat baby feet, and that you put it as a thumbnail. And also, let's try to do like a breakaway session from all the crazy. Because I used to be fighting with Free Karen Reed. Free Karen Reed. Well, when we fractioned, yes, I was fighting with Free Karen Reed people. But it was always the antis. And I don't mind engaging. But like, it's really not worth it at this point. Rise above. And don't count anyone out that you're counting out. I just wanted to say that I have no take on creator drama. When I was going through my own shit, I had to deal with it. You're an island of one. It sucks. And whoever you like is who you like. But don't count anyone out, ever. And for women in spaces, I think that we see a lot that there is so much judgment all the time. And yes, we can do better. And yes, we can be better. And we should rise above. But at the end of the day, you can be emotional and you feel it deeply. And I don't want anyone to be piled. Like, I don't like it. You know how I am. I've been through it. Recording gate. Right? Like KM Minifan stream. Got my, like, you get your ass handed to you. And you feel alone. So just think before you type how you would feel. And just be good to yourselves and be good to each other. I know. It's lame. It's lame. But I love you. And I don't want to be negative or bring any negativity to a world that sucks as much as it does already. Sucks. Let's bring some happy Flintstone toes. Let's bring baby toes, all right, to everywhere. Touch our grass. Yabba dabba do. I love you. I've got to go watch the Knicks. They're winning tonight. I've put in my bets. Am I going to win? I don't know. But I won the other night, and Beanbag Ron said he was betting the house on the Knicks because I bet the Spurs. Why? All right. Knicks in 5. Love your faces. Let's talk shit tomorrow on a Talk Shit Thursday. Nope. It's a Thickums Thursday, not a Talk Shit Thursday. Love you, wackos. Talk to you soon. Bye.